Chief Meteorologist Chase Jones.
I tell you, with all this warm weather, we're talking about food to eat, fire up the grill, cooking breakfast for dinner, ways to cook rice. It's beautiful out there, so get out there and enjoy this wonderful weather. Things are calming down. Now, I'm on the lookout for a little bit of early morning rain shower activity, but it's going to be off towards the east and quickly out of the way. Now, temperatures over the last 24 hours fighting back and forth between those 70s and those 60s. Made a good run up into those lower 90s. I put 105 today, but you see how slowly we're cooling off with some of this steady cloud cover we've seen for the past couple days. That's blocking the heat from pushing us up into those triple digits. Usually this West Texas sun just boils us alive, but I think the cloud cover just too dense. 76 in San Angelo. Everybody else still holding on to a little bit of heat across the entire area. 90s and 80s out there. Pockets of yellow finding their way in as those shades of pink fight their way out. 77 up there in Sterling City. 90 down there in Junction, looking like 13 degrees across the entire Concho Valley. But it's a beautiful evening as we slowly cool off. Now, dew points are up there in those 50s and those 40s, while humidity indices also anywhere from those 20s into those 30s into those 40s. Quite the array of moisture across the entire region as we continue to see this strong southwesterly flow push across the entire region. Even though we see those calm winds right now, Moisture Tracker is going to show you how we have our eye on the concentrations of blues making their way in by this weekend. Now, not looking too severe in our area, but it is off towards the southeast, and we're going to keep our eye on seeing how severe it gets as it makes its way up towards the Ohio River Valley with dry air right in behind it. Now, in the upper level pattern, we're keeping our eye on the cold air as it circulates somewhere around the Great Lakes. They're expected to see more snow by this weekend, but off towards the west coast, the next round of cold air trying to make its way in, but the high pressure around the Gulf Coast region settling in too strong because we're only a couple weeks away from June, and that means hurricane season is right around the corner. Now, water vapor imagery is still showing us the strong ridging from the subtropical jet pushing over the Concho Valley. That's where we're seeing a lot of that dense cloud cover keep away some of that extreme heat, but it is definitely muggy out there off towards the west coast, keeping our eye on the next round of cold weather making its way in while they see still more snow across the Rocky Mountains. And look how strong this development is. Call it clear across Nebraska. Quite the strong storm as we see that dry air pushing in right behind it. Now, severe weather outlook still just encompassing Nebraska, parts of South Dakota, and as we make our way down to the surface, we're really keeping our eye on this cloud cover across the entire Concho Valley as we see a vast majority of that moisture being pulled up towards this monster of a storm bailing across the northeast. As we make our way into the futurecast, we're keeping our eye on a little bit of moisture that makes its way in. But this strong system up towards the north, that's where all that moisture is headed as it gets closer towards the weekend. Look how it just starts to develop into snow. You see where all this moisture is dragging across the Sierra Madres, working its way across the Mississippi River Valley, wrapping around the east coast and dumping around as snow as more moisture is just pulled across the entire southwest with that strong subtropical ridging. So tonight, I'm keeping our eye on these temperatures as we get all the way down into those upper 60s. Then tomorrow, a good run at those mid-90s, but keeping our eye again on those AM showers as we make our way into a beautiful weekend. So make sure you get out there and capitalize on this beautiful weather. I see a lot of people firing up the campers, sort of prepping for Memorial Day weekend. Make sure you just get out there and enjoy yourselves because the weather is going to be absolutely beautiful. Take a good look. 90s all the way until next week with a good opportunity for some light rain shower activity while those overnight lows push up into those lower 70s. Stay tuned. I'll bump and break. You're watching KSAN News at 10.